And just like we did for the Sports Emmys, let's take a look at the notable names I spotted at the 47th News and Documentary Emmys, handed out by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences May 27th and 28th. But full disclosure, some of the nominees are still being vetted by the National TV Academy, so there are still some nominees that I don't know about yet. But let's see who I spotted so far. We'll start first with the News Emmys, handed out on May 27th of this year. Now, I didn't find too many people outside of the news world who have been recognized by other of the EGOT awards, but I did spot past Emmy winner and Grammy nominee Jim Gaffigan nominated as part of the team for CBS News Sunday Morning in the Outstanding Recorded News Program category. Gaffigan was nominated alongside personal favorites past Emmy winner Mo Rocca and Turner Classic Movie host Ben Mankiewicz, who I believe is receiving his first Emmy nomination here. Now, I didn't find too many individuals in the race for EGOT, but at this year's News Emmys, we do have the latest franchise recognized by all 4 of the EGOT Awards, with the CNN TV special Good Night and Good Luck, Truth and Power bringing the first Emmy nomination to the Good Night and Good Luck franchise. The franchise has now earned 6 Oscar nominations, 5 Tony nominations, 1 Grammy win, and now the franchise's first Emmy nomination. But of course, the events are a dramatization of real-life events that happened on the Emmy-winning and Grammy-nominated TV show See It Now, hosted by half EGOT himself, Edward R. Murrow. So perhaps Good Night and Good Luck is actually adding to the See It Now franchise. But like I said in one of my previous videos, the franchise EGOT is where things get a little messy. But at the very least, I do think that we can now consider Good Night and Good Luck the latest franchise to be recognized by all 4 of the EGOT Awards in some way or manner. Then at the Documentary Emmys, handed out on May 28th, the 2 categories I was really keeping an eye on were the Best Documentary and Best Historical Documentary categories, because that is where Ryan Coogler was nominated for his first Emmys and where he was hoping to join the Triple Crown Club. After winning his first Grammy in February and his first Oscar in March, both for Sinners, Coogler was nominated in both categories for the National Geographic documentary Hurricane Katrina: Race Against Time. In both nominations, Coogler was joined by his fellow Oscar-nominated Sinners producers Zinzi Coogler and Zev Ohanian, and also fellow half EGOTs Jonathan Chin and Simon Chin. Ultimately, though, the team was bested in both categories. Specifically in the Best Documentary category, they were beaten out by the documentary Prime Minister, a movie that follows now former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern as she led her country for 5 years. The Emmy-winning Prime Minister team included half EGOT Gigi Pritzker and the husband to the subject of the documentary, Clark Gayford. The Best Documentary win at the end of the night for the Prime Minister team was actually their second win of the night, as they had won in the genre category Outstanding Politics and Government Documentary category, where, amongst others, they beat out half EGOT's Justin Falvey and Daryl Frank, and Triple Crown himself, Alex Gibney, who was actually nominated twice in the category. Falvey and Frank had a second nomination in the Outstanding Arts and Culture Documentary category for Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story, along with Grammy winner Laurent Bouzereau. And for what it's worth, their nomination added an Emmy nomination to the Jaws franchise. Though I'm pretty sure that's not the first Emmy recognition for the franchise, but I do have to do a little bit more research to confirm. I also spotted half EGOT James Cameron winning another Emmy in the Outstanding Nature Documentary category for Secrets of the Penguin. And I also spotted half EGOT's Jimmy Chin and Elizabeth Chai Vasarhelyi adding another Emmy to their collection with a win in the Outstanding Current Affairs Documentary category for the documentary Lost in the Jungle. In the Current Affairs category, Lost in the Jungle beat out, among others, 5-time nominee this year and past Oscar winner Stislav Chernov, who received all his nominations for 2,000 Meters to Andrivka. Chernov would end the night joining the half EGOT club with his win in the powerhouse category of Outstanding Direction, which included half EGOT Spike Lee and past Emmy winner and Oscar nominee Geeta Gandabir. Lee and Gandabir were nominated for the documentary Katrina: Come Hell and High Water. They were actually 2-time nominees at this year's ceremonies, as they were also part of the documentary's nomination in the Outstanding Social Issues Documentary category. Nominated with past Emmy winner and Grammy and Oscar nominee, and this year's Lifetime Achievement Award honoree in documentaries, Sam Pollard. Also nominated in the Social Issues category, I spotted half EGOT Dan Cogan and Emmy winner and Oscar and Grammy nominee Liz Garbus. Nominated for the documentary Enigma, Kogan and Garbus were actually 3 times nominees this year, with 2 more nominations in the Science and Technology documentary category, where I also spotted Emmy winner and Oscar and Grammy nominee Stanley Nelson, who received a 2nd nomination in the Outstanding Arts and Culture category, along with Grammy nominee and 2-time nominee this year, Nicole London. In the Arts and Culture category, I also spotted past Emmy winner and Grammy nominee Judd Apatow as part of the nominated team for the documentary The New Yorker at 100. In the Outstanding Short Documentary category, I spotted half EGOT Abigail Disney as part of the team for The Quilters. And in the Outstanding Investigative Documentary category, I also spotted half EGOTs Brad Pitt, Dee Dee Gardner, Jeremy Kleiner, and Laura Poitras for the documentary Cover Up. But in the investigative documentary category, they were bested by The Critical Incident, A Death at the Border team, which included past Emmy winner and Oscar nominee Jean-Marc Vallée, receiving a posthumous nomination and win here. But those were just the ones closest to reaching EGOT that I spotted at the News Emmys. Did I miss anyone? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you like, share, and follow so that I can keep making videos like this. Thanks.